Hello, hi. It's me, the guy that is going to say he was a veteran at FIFA and PES and you won't have a clue what I'm talking about, who I am for the most part. Yes, this is Slow Clap, the Sifu devs and their game Rematch, a 5v5 mainly football game where you can do 3v3 and 4v4. That is where you control one person and hope that your teammates, if they're random, are quite decent and know how to play the game. As in, like, the actual game of football and not just the video game, but also the video game. This is the open beta weekend. I don't know whether this will process on YouTube in time to be out there, but I kind of wanted to talk about it a bit with my own take on football games and my history with them. I used to play a lot. I was near the top of the Xbox 360 manual leaderboards, as in no aim assists on your passing or shooting on FIFA 10 through 12, I guess, maybe 13. So I was there for quite a while. Probably like was in the top 10 for at least a year, I would say. I don't know. Memory's a bit hazy. It's almost like 15 years, so it's been a while. So I still have a lot of like history and love of football games and sports games in general, and love the idea of manual passing. So that kind of plays into this because all passing is kind of manual based. So, you know, it's based on your left stick and where you point it, and building up a meter of power and passing off like that. No aim assist there. There is some magnetism with the ball here and there, with some keeping stuff and some tackling things, and whenever you're running with the ball, it's kind of magnified to your feet. So it's not like full separate ball physics. There's an interesting mix of arcadeness and realism to it. I suppose the realism comes in with the tactics and then, you know, it's got some gamey elements to it to balance it out. So I find that intriguing to see where this will go in the world of the world of sports fans, I guess. I don't know. I'm intrigued to see how it's received. I'm also, with it not being free to play, I guess that is going to mean that people that are heavily into wanting to learn it properly will likely play it. You know, I'm assuming with that, but I would have figured that would probably be like what it will end up being. So that is that will at least, I suppose, make it the high ceiling rise quite a lot early on, because it will be like dedicated people playing it, I'm guessing. But hopefully new people are able to find interest in it, enjoying it, and want to play it too. I guess we will see in time, and as time goes on, where that lands, and if it ends up just being like a small niche game. It probably will be anyway, but I don't know. There's something about this that really, really fits in with what I love about football games and sports games, especially with that whole manual passing thing and what that can do and how the shooting works. So I've got my problems with it, which I will get into. So I kind of want to talk through that now. So the control system's pretty easy, you know, left stick to move around. I guess I should say it straight up. I feel that the mouse and keyboard could work well with this, especially for aiming shots and stuff. But I really wish this game supported gyro decently. It might do in full release. I don't know how the PlayStation stuff is going to work, but I feel like gyro aiming, like say something like Splatoon or whatever, would work fantastic with how the shooting works in this. I tried doing it with Steam input, because I am playing on PC. I tried doing it with Steam input earlier, and it doesn't work so well. The joystick gyro never feels great anyway, so that kind of sucks. And then doing it as the gyro as mouse also doesn't work, because you cannot do controller and mouse at the same time. So one will cancel out the other, and just will not work then, which sucks, which really does suck. So that's a shame. I feel the gyro controls for this would be the ultimate, with full 360 stick control for passing and such, and then shooting. Although if you do pass with the mouse and keyboard, I think it is mouse controlled. I haven't used too much of the mouse controls because there is currently a bug where if you're doing KBM, your aim sometimes on passes goes backwards fully, so that's kind of weird. So I've not messed around with it too much, and I think movement is a bit less on with WASD anyway. So yeah. You run around, you sprint. You've got an extra effort thing, which is the blue bar here at the bottom. Next, you get your green stamina bar, and then the blue bar is your extra effort. So, extra effort allows you to like boost and go a bit faster. So you've got like a limited amount of extra speed boost to maybe get around people or catch up with the ball if you're against someone that has maybe used it already. So there's a lot of tactics to when you should use that and how you should use it too, and a lot of interesting tactic spots to that. So yeah, you call for a pass with clicking in the right stick. When you've got the ball, then you can pass, which is square, which is tap. You can also hold X and square at the same time to do a lighter pass, which is, I guess, is like a putting backspin in the pass, because it basically stuns it as you hit it anywhere. You can do a lob pass with R1, and also like a lighter lob pass if you just want to like knock it over someone near you if you're near the net for like kind of a cross, which is interesting. L2 is like change it to similar to FIFA and PES, where you can change it to holding a stance of being able to like strafe while you're looking in a certain way, which is really good for defending, and also how you dribble the ball too. If you want to get it around people, you can do 2 dribbles at a time to get around things, and you gotta press X to tap it on if you want to keep pace going. I guess pressing X to tap on is similar to the double tapping sprint that you could do in PES to like smack the ball on and keep a pace going to do that. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So then you can recall the ball here. So yeah, that would whenever someone calls for a pass, you see a line coming from you to where they call for the pass, so you don't always have to be looking where they are. So then you can, with the 360-degree manual passing movement from the stick, you can then aim towards where they are and hopefully trust that they're in a good space. But try and keep a picture in your mind with the lack of peripheral vision. I've got this FOV turned up as far as I can, but try and keep in mind where things are in case you need to do like a lofted pass to send it across behind someone too, and whatever else. I love manual passing in football games. It's how I live my life. It's why I love doing FIFA and PES. Manual passing is, for me, the only way to play, and really makes it feel more alive. So having that in this as a default is fantastic, and I miss those days of really enjoying football games like that. So this could be something very special. You can add spin to your shots then. So whenever I take a shot, you can see there's a ball that fills up in the center, a circle that fills up in the center with the power that you do. There's a dot in the middle. That's your left stick placement. So if I move my left stick left, you can see the dot moves to the left and the ball will curl to the left, and then if I hold it down, the ball will go down and stay low and dip lower, and then holding up will keep the ball with like a more lofted trajectory, which kind of with the way it works out. So the way this screen looks with the dot and all that kind of reminds me of snooker and pool games with adding spin to a cue ball, and it feels counterintuitive to that. Like I get it. It makes sense to hold left to spin the ball to the left, but I think with that visual on the screen, my brain does make me want to think that pushing the dot upper would hit the ball, like that's where your foot is going to contact the ball. So if you wanted to like curl it to the that is kind of how that would work, if that makes sense. So I feel like aiming up should be what makes the ball dip quicker, really, but that's just how the visuals look to me, and I kind of don't know how they do it otherwise, other than maybe just not showing the dot and just being like, yeah, well, if you wanted the ball to go up, just do it that way. This is probably like an inverted versus uninverted old camera schemes, really, for people. But to me, it makes sense for how the UI looks. That it is a bit weird that it's the dot is not where your foot is contacting the ball, and the spin's not based on that. So. But I get it. I think that might be too complicated for people that have never played the sport or activities in general. I don't know. Online games have been interesting. It can devolve into keepers like trying to take shots at each other and just bypassing the entire field anyway, which can be disappointing and annoying, or keepers just running and doing the old 5-year-old in the playground doing fly goalie and just running from their box and trying to take on the entire field, But whenever you get into a good game where people are rigid in their positioning and where they're going, it can be really fantastic and wonderful, and that is pretty great. I'm gonna go into a game in a second. It's gonna be hard to, I think, play a game because who knows how it's gonna be. I could get like some really bad teams, I could get some really good ones, but you know, that's how it is with this open beta anyway. Anything else I've not talked about here? Yeah, you can whenever you're defense, you can dash left or right if you need to like get an extra step over before you go in for your tackle. If you're just holding a defensive stance and press the tackle button, you do like a standing tackle, and then if you're running, you do a slide tackle. There are no fouls, no offsides. The keeper can catch the ball and go into the net, and it won't count. So like you're allowed to like basically dive whatever way you want. Let me go back here. So that's diving for a header. So if I go back into the net, if you're playing keeper and you leave the box, you will throw away your gloves, and then someone else can come in and just immediately get the gloves. So it is like almost like a schoolyard fly goalie thing, which is pretty cool. But yeah, so you can dive by pressing triangle /Y, or circle B is to slide to the ground and do like a low slide. But yeah, it's like kind of how that works with keeping. It's kind of a shame how people are not playing it fully rigid. I am intrigued to see like if rotation will play into it. Again, coming from like a Rocket League mindset, I'm intrigued to see if rotation will play into it of any situation where it might be advantageous for the keeper to come out. But that would really depend on someone immediately going back, just in case there's an interception, so it's not an open net. You know, I guess this will end up being like a hockey kind of deal. And I suppose indoor soccer kind of works like that too, with like leaving an empty net near the end and stuff. But that's, you know, not how people will be playing it now. Again, I'm taking this from a very competitive point of view, because I know this game is going to be what I end up playing a lot of at release and through the summer. So yeah, I don't know. One of the metas right now as well is to like hit it off the wall, make the keeper try and go for a save while you're hitting it above, and then have, I guess, either your teammate or you can pass it back to yourself. I got a goal like that earlier where you send it back in, or like, yeah, you send it back to yourself. So kind of like Rocket League, but you know, it's got real skill. You know, it feels like a lot more purposeful than like the majority of people that play Rocket League in terms of like passing around. There's a lot more control to what you can do. So I'm just trying to hit the post if I can. Can't hit the post, but yeah. So I don't know. I'm intrigued to see where that goes with that too. You can also like play a lot of hits off the wall, and then go and slide in and whatever else. I've seen a lot of problems as well. I guess like before I go into a game talking about some of the issues I've seen are in terms of if someone turns against their own team and starts running it towards their own net. If they're just running it with let me go and get the ball. Let me just call it, actually. If they're just running like this with the ball like stuck to them, you cannot tackle your own teammate to take the ball off them. So, you know, they can run towards their own net and put it in and concede that way, which kind of sucks. But I don't know how they're going to work around that, and I get not being able to tackle your own teammate unless they knock the ball away from themselves with the tap button. But yeah, it's interesting to see what they're going to do. There's a lot of like little things where I'm like, I can already see communities taking advantage of it, or people like fucking around with it, and I think that sort of griefing really needs to be heavily reported, and you know, like give them like a red card or something if it's proven that they were just running it into their own net for own goals for a bit. Yeah, I don't know. That's it. I guess before I go into games then, for anyone that does care about the controls and all that, yeah, it feels fine. I hope gyro gets support in it, and I hope I hope it works out. I'm intrigued to see what the split is off controller and versus mouse and keyboard, especially with how aiming is so can be so precise for this. So I know Rocket League already has like a good selection of people that play KBM. I could see this game getting even more for an even higher amount of people that are playing KBM. So I'm intrigued. Anyway, right, let's go into a game. I'll do a 3s and then I'll do a 5s, and hopefully it works out well. There is no push to talk, so you can either have your mic on all the time, or and have the stuff. Oh, I'm coming to a game that's already started. Or have being able to hear everyone else all the time. So that's interesting too, I suppose. I don't know, but I've been running with my mic muted a lot because I just don't see the reason to have the mic going.
I got it.
It's a good pass out to that guy, but yeah. So I feel this game will benefit from people actually playing it properly and going for, you know, marking their own man or staying rigid to their positions. For the most part, you know, a bit of fluidity in there if you're confident what your team can work out, you know, like real football and how that works. But yeah, I feel like a lot of games I've played have been a lot of people just coming and leaving the net immediately on... too hard of a pass. Leaving the net immediately on being keeper or whatever. It's interesting to see like how quick the... I'm still stuck in the mindset of having muscle memory of FIFA and PES in terms of how quick the meter fills up whenever you're doing a manual pass and stuff. So it fills up really quickly compared to, say, PES or whatever, and I need to like get used to the new system of holding it down a bit more and it's still going across half the field versus PES. There we go, I got an assist. Yay, I did it. Well done, Smill Camel. But you know, that's like a me problem. Not many people are going to have that issue, seeing as they won't be coming from years of manual passing on FIFA and PES. So they won't have the issue of needing to worry about what the system of play is for how quick the manual thing fills up.
Square it.
Great pass. Oh, off the post. I was trying to curl it in.
My fault.
There we go. Great. So we've kind of rotated out. So that's where I can see some rotations working, at least in threes. So that's interesting. But that was a good pass from that guy. So that guy seems decent that he was willing to pass. But yeah, it's really cool trying to work yourself into space. It's why I did enjoy doing the Be a Pro mode or whatever back in the day, occasionally, but I didn't play it too much because it wasn't very fun online. Whereas hopefully this works out and can be fun. Send that up to him, seeing as he was the only one that broke free a bit. I was hoping it would go past him, but you know, it's fine. Okay, is he gonna... I'm just gonna run out and try and make them come up and then pass it into him. See, that's the thing that I'm so excited about this. Like, it was like getting those two people to come out of space and get the two defenders distracted me so I could just loft it in behind for the guy to have a 1v1. That is what's so exciting, just seeing what this game could be with that. I feel that playing being a keeper and diving correctly is hard, but I feel a lot of people... I've seen a lot of people that can save almost anything, which I'm kind of jealous of. You know, I'll probably get better as I get used to the physics and all that. Oh, shit. Dove the wrong way.
Sorry.
I was expecting him to go to the left. So, like, this is where... I suppose people are, like, able to, like, wait and see where it goes. That was a good pass. That was a good shot. I mean, I'm trying to take it like a penalty shot and guess before I do anything, which maybe won't work out well, so maybe it's going to be a case of needing... needing a lot of understanding of where they might shoot it and also good reaction times. He's going this way. So he left his guy open. I'm going to see if I can cut off the passing lane and get the... Damn. 2-2. I was trying to cut off the passing lane and have the keeper save it. But again, it's tough. Only half the lobby needs to skip the replay, which is nice compared to what Rocket League is. Oh, there's another bug with the pass not working correctly sometimes for the kickoff. The kickoff usually always goes back to the keeper. Alright, they go near post all the time, so... I've tried that, and the keeper seemed to read it or just save it anyway, which is why I've been wondering if there is like some sort of aiming thing. Or like an auto-aim thing with saving, but I don't think there is. I don't know. I used to play left wing a lot at school and stuff. Like left wing was just all my position, just because I loved the area on Reese so much that left wing was what I always dreamed of doing.
Square it.
Damn. If I had maybe done my extra boost early, I could have possibly got there. He's gonna get that. Which leaves that open. Yeah. This is where the formation thing comes in handy for actually being able to maintain your positioning and leaving it open. You know, if people aren't able to work it out. And work out where their position should be. I'm not Englishing very well now because I'm very distracted by trying to play this, but I was hoping to get outside the net. Keeper can also like lift it up with their hands sometimes outside the net or palm it away. So again, it's not fully regimented rules. Oh shit! I tried to pass it over. I pressed the wrong buttons. I tried to do the square plus the square plus X pass for the little small, tinier pass. Figured I'd rush in and do that. Maybe I've got a full run on that now. It's tough. Keeping's tough. I need to not commit to tackles straight away. Oh, I'm gonna get the ball straight away too. Oh, yeah. Oh, that kind of took deflection. That was interesting. They're gonna run out. Was that in? Oh, it went in. Nice. Okay, I was only going for the pass to the other guy, but hooray. It's going to end up a lot like PES and FIFA as well with manual passing, where you might be safer doing a pass-style shot with the button sometimes to get it in. Let's go to shoot. We did a got the winning goal and the winning save. Hooray! This will make me look somewhat competent, but not really because I was running all over the place and playing up with tackles. But yeah, I don't know. I think that's intriguing. I think the way the game works and runs is very cool. I look forward to maybe talking with more people in the full release or whatever in terms of having the mic open and figuring all that out. As you can see as well, after every goal, you change position based on kickoffs too. So it is like Rocket League there, but again, without the rotation during the gameplay, or without the same rotation that it works with, you know, getting your rocket boosted cars and going in and out. That rigid formation stuff is important, and you know, not like over attacking and not going up there and leaving yourself out of formation for them to get a quick breakaway. There's a lot behind it, and I guess that is where 5v5 is going to come in important too, because you know, you're going to have at least one defender, if not two, but you know, maybe have someone go up and attack as a third attacker, or, you know, like someone play midfield, or like be like a, you know, like a Declan Rice kind of thing, like a box-to-box kind of guy or something. I don't know. I'm intrigued to see where all that works out and fits in with the game. Waiting for players because the fourth hasn't come in. Was a lot of issue. Had a friend who was crashing a lot with it. I think it was VRAM issues that had him crashing if he tried to join yesterday. So yeah, we're starting a man down already, so that's fun. I'm the keeper. Great, that works out really well. Yeah, the game runs pretty fine too. It seems to run pretty well. Decent enough. Well, he can get that. That defender can get that. Send it on. You do get replacement people. I tend to see the replacements come in between goals and stuff. So, but I think I did see someone like yesterday come in the middle of a game while it was like in gameplay. But I don't know what way they factor in. Again, it is just the betas too. So. Okay, great. Oh yeah, there we go. We've got our fifth in now. Okay, so someone did join. Mid gameplay. 4 up there. They've got like a guy ready to like just break away, which isn't great for me, but hey, it worked out. Good job indeed. Well done. Guess that's the thing, if you can guarantee you're going to keep possession, then you can just overwhelm them in the box. But, so that risk or balance, and you know, which is going to become more of a factor. Like, you can kind of recover it pretty quickly in Rocket League. There we go. Hey, I got a nice assist. There we go. A lot of pressure over in that top corner. Over in the corner, it works out. Great. This will make me look somewhat competent. So I'll take it. You know, a bit awkward with the passing, and I could have passed early, but let's pass right into them. The keeper dove early too. All the more reason to delay for the shot. I don't think there's a way to cancel your shot if you try and start it. So that I find intriguing. Can't feign a shot or a pass. Which is like such a big part. Why am I coming over this side? I start on the left. Which is like such a big part of football. It's interesting that that is kind of missing from it. I'm just gonna cover this guy. He's going over there. I'm just gonna keep covering him. Do my man marking. Great, great work.
To me.
Oh shit! You got the block in. Well, I've ended up on the right-hand side now, so I guess let's do the formation stuff. It's good. 1v1 here. Can they score? Yeah, they can. Alright. There's a mercy rule as well in the default game, where if you score 4, or you're 4 goals ahead, then you automatically win. So, cool too. I'm, as I say, I'm very excited to see where it goes, and I feel like this will be the game that I will be all over at all times come release. This is going to be my game of the summer. This is kind of what I've dreamed of for a long time. Or close to it. I still like some more realism aspects to it, but I'm one of those losers that kind of love that from any FIFA or PES. And would love the balance more towards realism. But what can you do? Ah, shit. Remember whenever I said I was making myself look competent? I kind of fucked it up there. I thought I was gonna like take possession there, but it didn't. Sometimes it feels like it does magnetize possession to you, and then other times it feels like it goes through you. So that doesn't make a lot of sense to me all the time. But yeah. Pass it over to Lamb. Pass was right on point. I love this. I love trying to like relearn the power behind a game again and the power behind passing. It's very interesting to have that. You know. Oh, that feel. Oh, he like a full-on keeper tackle out.
Line.
That guy's dribble. Pass it right to that guy? No. Good pass in. Oh, so now they've got a full breakaway. I need to put my stamina up. The stamina play is so important too. Like, there's just so many mechanics in this that make it very, very important all around. Square, good choice, I think. I'm gonna extra step back. He's extra step. I cannot English today, seemingly. Ah, just ahead of me. Ah, fuck! I was hoping that would go over the keeper. Good block. The keepers seem to have to drop it in like 2 or 3 seconds. So they all automatically have to drop the ball, so you can really like pressure people. into, like, pressure the keeper and then go and tackle him. And the lack of rules, I think, makes that more of a viable offensive goal. No! Fucked up. And open that. Let's see who's going for it. It's gonna be important to, like, keep an eye on where the line is. I don't know, I've not paid enough attention to the line to see if it gives you any difference for, there we go, that's it. Just too strong, too out of it. And this is tough to, keep things going correctly with power behind passes and stuff, but I'll get used to it, it'll take time. Shot to get that cleared. I guess, yeah, you can just shoot it to get it clear. I'm just like playing full goalie at the moment. Alright, there's 16 seconds for them to get a comeback. It could work out. I feel my positioning and moving with formation, I'm doing like a very, like, I feel like I'm doing very Mbappe and stuff and not doing any defending right there on that, so try to be the hero. Don't use this as the way to play the game. This isn't how you should be playing at all. This isn't like fully working well with rigid formations and working as a team to tackle down and press it, so got it clear. Hooray! Right. So, that's Rematch. Open beta this weekend. Again, I don't know when this video will process on YouTube, but coming out mid-June, I think. Pretty good game. Sifu was good, and this is also pretty good. Pretty good game. I'm a fan. It's pretty good. Anyway. I'm off. Goodbye. Join me on the pitch at some point or something. I don't know. I need to try some of this ranked and see how it works in this beta, if it even works properly. We'll see. Like and subscribe, or all that YouTube stuff. I don't know. And come join me on Twitch next week doing Summer Game Fest and Switch 2 launch stuff. So join me over there and come have fun, I suppose. Bye!